How's it going, YouTube? Van Damage here with a new video for you. So those of you who have subscribed to my channel, you know that I have been doing mostly do-it-yourself kind of stuff. Started out with boom boxes, then I moved to Raspberry Pi gaming systems, and I kind of want to do a little more than that because, it's the do-it-yourself stuff. It's kind of expensive. Usually each project ranges anywhere from $200 to $400, depending on the parts I use, how big it is, and how many times I fry freaking boards. So, I'm going to start doing some unboxing videos because I'm subscribed to a couple of different crates. One of them, which is what I'm going to get to here in a second, is the Smuggler's Bounty. I've been subscribed to them since they first started out. Actually, it was just before Episode 7 came out that they announced their crate. So I subscribed to them a year ago, and it is by far my favorite crate that I've ever subscribed to because, one, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I mean, the laptop I'm going to upload this video on is the Star Wars Special Edition HP. Go ahead and judge, I just needed it to do, uploading videos and a little bit of editing. So I'm going to unbox that, but I'm also, for those of you who have been subscribed to my channel and have seen my other videos, I'm going to explain to you what is going on with this. I know I promised to do an update on it, and the update is, it broke. I fried it, but it is not over. So, for those of you who are here for the unboxing, welcome to the channel, and I ask that you stay and watch the, what happened with that Gameboy Zero, as I'm calling it. But let's get to the meat and bones of this video. Star Wars Smugglers Bounty. Sorry for the move. Specifically, the Rogue One Special Edition one. This is the latest one to come out. I got it a few days ago. I've already opened it. Tried shooting it on my laptop, and it didn't really work out because the video quality is absolute trash. So, let me show you what all comes in this box. And those of you who haven't subscribed to it, each box, they always come with two items. Two items that are always the same. One is a patch that is themed towards it. Let me see. And sorry for the noise. I kind of gotta... there you go. So one thing it comes with is a patch. This is based off of one of the main characters. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, and it's blurry again, sorry. And then it also came with a pin. It's an assault android, I believe it was called. I don't have the paper with me. Oh, here it is. So yeah, let me see. The patch is actually Captain Cassian Andor of the Alliance. Yeah, I don't know the names of these people because I watched the trailers, and that is it. I don't want the movie spoiled for me in any way, shape, or form. So, I don't know the names of the people yet, and I will after the movie comes out. And the pin I showed you is actually the K-250 Enforcer droid. When I first looked at it, it looked like the medical droids that they had on Hoth whenever Luke was getting resuscitated after his little stint. But anyways, and then also in the box, you get t-shirt. You always get a t-shirt in them, and I love these shirts because they're always themed around the box. But here it is. Hopefully it is in focus. And the shirt is pretty awesome. As you can see back here, you can see the main weapon, the Planet Destroyer, getting mounted into the Death Star. Obviously, Darth Vader next to it. Come on, you shirt. And then a couple of the characters. You might not be able to see it too well, but you got the AT-ATs down there firing at them. It's got Rogue One written underneath it. It is a pretty awesome shirt. The main meat and potatoes of this thing, usually it comes with at least one pop vinyl figure. Sometimes it comes with two. In this case, it comes with three. Let me see. I don't know how well you can see it. So this one right here is a clear Darth Vader. It is actually a Hikari Mini. I guess it's a special edition one. Let me see what this thing says. Okay, yeah, it's the first Hikari Mini ever made by Funko, and comes in silver, blue, red, black, and gold. So I'm guessing I got the silver one. Those of you who know my channel, this is going to be a project in the making. So I'm probably going to do like an LED light underneath him, turn him into a little lamp. It's going to be awesome. Then the next figure to come in it is an Imperial Death Trooper from Rogue One. So yeah, here's a kind of a better picture of him. Let me get the glare out so you can see him. So that's pretty awesome. And then you also get a, oh, what's her name? Jyn Erso character in her rebel garb. You can see a picture of it. So yeah, this box ended up coming with three, my mistake, 3 pop vinyl figures. 1, 2, and then Darth Vader over there. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this. These are definitely going into my collection once I get my household good items in my apartment. I'm still in the process of moving, so I'm currently staying at my parents' house while that is going on. I am 30 and living with my parents. Yay! In my defense, I just got back from Japan after 3 years, so forgive me. So yeah, that's the Smuggler's Crate, or Smuggler's Bounty box, the Rogue One edition. It's awesome. Like I said, I've been subscribed to them for a year. I'd suggest checking them out. It's an awesome box, especially if you love Star Wars as much as I do. I've been watching them since I was the 2 at least. I learned how to use the VCR and the TV before anybody in my family did at the age of 2. So I love Star Wars. So I highly recommend this box. Some of the things I've gotten out of them, those of you who haven't been subscribed to them, I got Captain Phasma, the whole silver edition version. I got a Jabba the Hutt coffee mug, like I said before, a C-3PO mug. It's a pretty awesome crate. So, that's it for the Smuggler's Bounty. Let me see if there's a website on this. I'm not going to show you the bottom. I do not see a website. But yeah, if you go to Google, type in Star Wars Smugglers Bounty, it'll take you to their main page. You can check out some of the previous boxes. I highly recommend them. They're it's one of my favorite boxes. It's a toss-up between them and the Firefly box, which I will be giving an unboxing whenever that one comes in. It will be, completely from the driveway to my room, and then unbox it. So when that comes in, it'll be done. So yeah, that's Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty. And, if you just came to watch just that, then I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you'll stick around for the next portion, which is my update on my Gameboy Zero. This is a face of contempt. This has been a nightmare and a half. So a little history on this. I started building this about 2 months ago. Ordered the parts, started piecing it together, and that's when things started going bad. I've had problems ranging from connections to the pie, frying the pie. I've gone through one Raspberry Pi. Thankfully, they're only $5 a piece, so I had a couple of those laying around. And then the latest one was the problem that I had with the Teensy controller board, which is what you can attach the, like your A, B, X, Y, left and right trigger buttons. You attach that to what's called a Teensy. And you're supposed to be able to program the Teensy, and then it's supposed to be able to talk to your Raspberry Pi and tell it what controls are being done. The problem is, I accidentally fried the second one I had. And the first one, I thought I was having problems with it, but what actually happened was there's a reset button on it. And this is where your space management comes into play, because whenever I originally built it, I didn't... whenever I closed it up, I was actually depressing the reset button. When you depress it, it cuts power to the entire thing. So I thought I had a problem, but I didn't. and whenever I was resoldering the data cables to it, I ended up completely destroying the actual pads, and because I did that, I wasn't able to use that board anymore. So I ordered another one, and I accidentally overpowered it, plugging it directly into the wall, and when I did that, it started smoking. I ended up destroying the screen board whenever I did that as well. I think that, but I did discover later on, whenever I was removing the board, that I'd actually there was a small piece of copper wire that bridged two things that did not need to be bridged, and it actually blew one of the capacitors in it. So I actually caught this thing on fire. That was a pretty frightening event. But as far as what I'm going to be doing with this, I'm going to wind up connecting the controller board. Let me see if I can hold this up and point to what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, so what's going to happen is, here's the controller board here, and you can see this labeling here. What that is telling you what each connection is connected to. So it'll be like A, B, X, Y, left trigger, right trigger, start, up, down. And I'm going to use the GPIO pins up here to connect to this board here. And basically what I have to do is, whenever I connect those pins, I have to go in and I have to alter some of the command lines and add a few things to it. So I'm going to add the commands to tell the Raspberry Pi to read the controller board through the GPIO pins. Now whenever I do that, I also have to change my sound board and where that's going to be coming out of. So I have to move a couple of wires around, and then I'm going to have to add, I don't even want to know how many that, I'm going to guess about 10 connections or something like that. So I have to mount all that and solder it to the GPIO pins. It makes me want to cry. So that's where I'm at with this build right now. It's been a nightmare and a half, but I'm finally getting it worked out. But one thing that is hopefully going to work in my benefit is, I have to actually remove the Teensy. Since I'm removing the Teensy board, I'm actually removing something that's drawing power. And from what I've read, people are getting anywhere from between 2 hours and 4 hours of playtime on these. So I'm hoping by removing that, I can get, a little bit more playtime out of it. Because one of my things I like to tout on my page is, longevity. How long can you use this between charges and whatnot. And this is going to be one of the shortest charges that I have. I'm only banking on 3 hours of gameplay before it's like, okay, done. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping I can get about 5 hours out of it. I highly doubt that's going to happen, though. But, I haven't given up on this yet. A couple weeks ago, I was like, yep, I'm giving up, I'm done. I've fried too many things, I've put too much money into it. But hopefully once I replace the screen, I can just, wire it directly to the board, change those command lines. Excuse me. Wouldn't be a video if I didn't belch. But, change the command lines, add the wiring to the board, and hopefully before Christmas, I can have this stupid thing up and running. So that is where I'm at with it. That is the update. And whenever I have that, I'm going to have, how I have it right now, kind of sandwiched open like this. I'm going to have this all cleaned up. The wiring's going to be tucked away, mounted where it needs to be. And, that'll be it. And then I'm going to go through it. I'm going to point to what I did, how I did it, explain how I did it, and then I'm going to do another one of these in the future. It's probably going to be months and months down the road, but whenever I do that, I'm going to go through and show you as I go and progress, because the first one is always the prototype, as some people have said. And then the next one, I'm going to actually show you how I do it. I'm trying to do more videos where I do that, but I don't have very many projects. I'm kind of coming to a standstill on projects right now because of moving around. My money situation is really tight right now, and yeah, so that's where that's at. So if you stuck along through this whole video, I know it's been 15 minutes at this point, or just shy of 15 minutes, but, I appreciate all you guys that stuck around watching and listening to me ramble. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to start doing some unboxing videos, like I said at the beginning of this. Once I get this completed, I'll do another video on that completed project. And, You know, what else is there? Not much else. I can tell you a couple of my other projects I'm going to be doing. One is going to be a camera for my telescope. I've within the past few months started getting into a little bit of astronomy. I've been dabbling in it here and there. I do have a nice telescope that I've been using, and I want to take pictures of the planets that I've been looking at, mainly Jupiter, because it is such a pain to get a good shot of that planet because any slight disturbance and the thing jumps around like that. So I want to make a camera for that. That way I can have a remote control and it will be attached to the tripod itself, so I can have a remote out here and go click and take the picture and not disturb it. So that's something I'm working on. I have most of the parts for that. That will be using a Pi Zero, I believe, is what I got the parts for. Then once I get my household goods in, I actually have the shell of a GameCube. Buddy of mine, he ended up going half and half with me because he needed some parts out of it, and I needed a project box. So I'm going to turn a GameCube into my home entertainment system. That's going to be, an HDMI cable to a Raspberry Pi 3 Zero. I'll be using, hopefully, because it's going to be plugged into a wall, it's going to be stationary. I'm not going to be taking it anywhere. It's not going to be portable. Hopefully I can use some, wireless controllers with that. If not, I'll just use the Super Nintendo controllers. I'll also have Kodi installed on that, and I'll be able to watch movies and all that, different TV shows. So I'm going to be making an entertainment system here in the very near future. But yeah, that's about it. So I know this has been a long video, and I appreciate all of you who have stuck around with it. I hope you guys go down, hit that like button, share, subscribe, comment. Ask me any questions about any of my builds. Go to any of my videos. If you have any questions, I always respond, or I try to respond. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you come back. And I think that's about it. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!